I'm Tamara and I'm a mum of a neurodiverse kid.
I'm Kim. I have 2 children with autism and sensory processing difficulties.
I'm Justine Aldous. I'm an occupational therapist from Socially Speaking.
Kia ora, my name's Penny Price. I'm an occupational therapist at Montreal House, the Child Development Service.
Cool. Yes, we just wanted to ask, what is sensory processing?
Ooh, I'll leave it to you.
Okay.
You can start.
Thank you. It's the ability to focus, to sort and screen sensory information from the environment and from inside our bodies in order to perform, and then to respond to that in order to perform activities that we need to do in our day-to-day lives. Sensory processing is only an issue if our ability to process that sensory information is affecting our ability to do things that we need to do, want to do, have to do, or in interactions with other people. Yeah.
And often I would say it's one of the foundations of kind of our development, really, is having, being able to have that effective sensory processing and getting those messages from the environment and, as Penny said, from within ourselves in an effective and accurate way, which then means that the way we are interpreting things and then the way we're behaving in situations kind of matches perhaps what is happening with other people and with the group around us.
But we're all sensory beings, we all have our own sensory preferences, our own sensory differences, things that we like and dislike, so, and that's okay, that's part of who we are and part of being human. So an example of sensory processing, I don't know if that would be helpful. Say like if I was going to throw a ball at you, your eyes would see the ball, you'd see how big the ball was, how fast the ball was coming towards you, what you needed, the angle of the throw, and then your brain would work that information out and process it and then organise your body's actions in order to catch the ball. Yeah. Yeah.
Or you might be sitting in a classroom and a little bit of a situation we're having here where there might be some noise outside, but your teacher is giving an instruction, and so you are having to use your brain to work out what do I need to attend to. There's kids talking here, and there's other stuff, there's the lawnmower going outside, and my teacher's telling me I need to do this and this. And it's working out what's important to attend to and being able to filter out all of that other noise that's going on around me.
I've heard there are more than just the 5 senses that we talk about. Can you tell us more about those?
Yeah. Oh. Good old 5 senses. I always say to people, I learnt them at school, the 5 senses. I don't know why. I don't know if anyone else learnt them at school. There we go.
I do remember that. Yeah.
So we've got touch, taste, smell, sight and hearing. And then we've got the 3 other senses that I think as occupational therapists we focus a lot on. Do you want me to talk about one and then you can talk about it?
Yep, totally.
So one that I often think about, because it's one that I struggle with myself, is proprioception, which is kind of having that body awareness really of where your body parts are in relation to yourself and relation to other people. I struggle a little bit with that area myself, so I am someone who often will misjudge how close I am to things. I will kind of bash myself on things. That sort of, and I'm often a little bit clumsy with my movements and things like that. And we have little proprioreceptors in all of our muscles and joints. So right now, okay, I like to do little activities. So I'll get you to wiggle your toes while we're talking. So you're wiggling your toes, but you didn't look at your toes to work out where they were. You knew where they were because your proprioreceptors were giving you all that information, and your brain's going, okay, that's where my toes are, and this is the movement that I need to do. So sometimes, that's kind of key for being able to move around, being able to position ourselves, to know that we are very close to the person beside us, or that we need to be a little bit further away, those sorts of things.
Proprioception works really closely with vestibular sensory input, which I'll explain in a second, and also touch, to give you a sense of body awareness, where your body is and how your body's moving. So vestibular, I'll do that one. Vestibular input is, it's the receptors for vestibular input are in your inner ear. Vestibular input gives you information about where your head is, and how your head is moving. So how fast your head is, how fast you are moving, and what direction your head is in, and whether you're upside down, whether you're going forward, whether you're going backwards, whether you're doing roly-polies, whether you how you're moving. Yeah, that's vestibular really. The other one is interoception. So interoception is the new kid on the block. Really, is the one that we're all learning about.
Haven't heard that one before.
Not a lot of people have, and to be honest, I probably haven't heard about it until the last few years. It's really, it's a sense that it's new, and we're all learning about it and finding out about what it is and what it means. So interoception is, sorry, I should have said that, it's information from inside your body. So it's information from all things like knowing whether you're hungry, whether you're thirsty, whether your bladder's full, whether whether you need to use the bathroom, whether you've got pain somewhere in your body. What else? There was another one. Hot and cold, whether you're hot and cold, temperature regulation. It's all about feeling those senses and responding to those senses, and it ties in closely with as well emotions. So knowing if your heart's beating fast or if you're breathing fast, what sort of emotion you might be feeling if you've got that sort of sensation happening. So it's really new, and it's quite interesting, really interesting.
Because I think there's sort of some findings coming out that our body actually responds before our brain cognitively makes sense of how we're feeling.
Yeah.
So it's actually picking up on those body changes, which we do pretty much a lot of the time, and then our brain makes sense and goes, oh, I notice my heart's beating faster. What does that mean? Am I excited? Am I anxious? What's actually going on? And then your brain kind of makes sense of it. But we know that it's those changes that are occurring before we work it out. Yeah. So it's very interesting.
It is interesting. It is interesting. Watch this space. There's going to be lots more research, I think, about it. So yes.
Yes.
Yeah.